So as you know, the Tupac trial is about to start tomorrow, actually. And yes, I will be watching this shit because I'm a big fan of Tupac. Now, unfortunately, Tupac died 2 years before I was born. He died in '96. I was born in 1998. And the crazy part about it, the day that he got shot in Las Vegas was actually the day before my birthday, because my birthday is literally the day after September 7th. And ironically, Easy E's birthday is the day before mine. But yeah, you know, I was born 2 years after this shit. And, I never really got to see Tupac in his prime because, I didn't exist. But, growing up, I would listen to Tupac's music. I would go back listening to his albums. I would, follow. I will always do mad research on Tupac. Like one thing about me when I was a kid in school, history was like my biggest subject. I love history. I love going back and studying history, studying the past. You know, doing homework. Or like remember every year in school when we have like a Black History Month, we would pick and choose which black figure that was very, very important in the black community. We would do a Black History project. I remember doing one on Malcolm X, but that's besides the point. So, Tupac is gonna have a murder trial because Keefe D was going on interviews talking about how Tupac died, and he tried to blame it on his nephew Orlando Anderson, because Tupac and Death Row and them had an altercation with Orlando Anderson. And there's just been this rumor going around that Orlando Anderson killed Tupac because of the fight. Tupac was jumping him, and they was in the car and shit. Keefe D did all these damn interviews, bragging about it and all that shit. Now he arrested. He's denying any involvement. And me personally, this is just my conspiracy theory. I'm just gonna say allegedly. So anything that I say in this video is allegedly. I personally don't think Orlando Anderson killed Tupac. That whole angle makes no damn sense. You mean to tell me Tupac and Death Row or whoever, they beat this man in a Las Vegas after the Mike Tyson fight? Y'all telling me that they beat this man, right? They said at the time when Orlando Anderson got beat up, his arm was dislocated. So how the fuck you gonna shoot somebody and your arm is dislocated? That makes no damn sense. And then the timing too. After Tupac beat this man, and he goes back to the hotel, changes his clothes. Him and Suge Knight, they go get ready to drive to Club 662. And you tell me Orlando and whoever had all that amount of time from getting jumped to finding where Tupac located and shoot him. Nah, that makes no sense. And let's just say hypothetically, Orlando Anderson killed Tupac. That shit was a setup. That dude was either planted there to make it look like it was some, Tupac ran up on a gang member and a gang member retaliated. Like that's what it seems like to me. Like he was put there to, like, it was a setup. And personally, you know what I think happened? I feel like and I'm gonna say allegedly, I feel like the police was involved in that shit. I personally don't think Suge Knight set up Tupac. Why would Suge Knight set up Tupac and he in the same damn car as Tupac? Personally, you know what I think happened? I feel like the undercover cops had something to do with Tupac's murder. I feel like the undercover cops killed Tupac because I mean, if you follow Tupac's story, I mean, he did came from a family of the Black Panther Party. Y'all already know about the Black Panther Party. You know, they was targeted by the government, COINTELPRO, and you know, they've been after Tupac since his birth because of his family bloodline. His mama was a damn Panther. I believe when she was giving birth to Tupac, she was on trial for being accused of a conspiracy or some shit. You know, they was locking up Black Panther members. They was even locking up Asada Shakur, and you know she fled and she went to Cuba. Fidel Castro gave her asylum. So you telling me, you know, people, you telling me with that situation, you telling me that wouldn't be far off that they, you know, figured a way to get this man out of here. I mean, he's been like Tupac has been targeted since he was a damn child. You know, because people always say, well, Tupac is from New York, but he went to Baltimore. He went to this place, that place. Yeah, he went to this place, that place, because the damn fucking police was targeting his family. That's why he moved around a lot. And plus, his mom was struggling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, they've been after Tupac, and then like Tupac didn't start. Tupac didn't start, you know, really going to jail like that until he made his rap album, till he made a record. You know what I'm saying? Especially in 1991 when he got beat up by them cops. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, you not gonna sit here and convince me that Orlando Anderson killed Tupac because he got jumped. You know what I'm saying? Especially the timing of these events. Okay, and then also too, okay, if y'all knew he killed Tupac, right? Why the fuck did y'all not arrest Keefe D back then? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, last time I checked, right? If you are accessory to a murder, even if you don't pull the trigger, if you're in the same person's car, right? Okay, let's say the person commits the crime and you are, you know what I'm saying, accessory to the murder, you gonna be charged. Like they not like, and then that's another thing too about this whole situation, right? The only reason why they let Keefe D walk free because they gave him some quote unquote deal that hey, if he says your nephew killed Tupac, then you know you ain't gonna be charged. And that's another thing too about that whole situation. I feel like that whole situation where Keefe D admitting his nephew did it, I feel like that shit was a damn lie because I feel like the only reason why he did that shit because the police had other charges that they got on him. So they was like, "Hey, if you say my nephew did, if you say your nephew did this, then we'll take the other charges off." That's what I feel like they did. Like I said, man, I mean, I don't fuck with Keefe D because you know that dude is that dude's a clown. But I feel like yeah, he lied about that shit. All those interviews he did, he did that shit to get clout off the shit. But I don't believe him or Orlando or whoever killed Tupac. I feel like it was the undercover police. I feel like it was some industry industry elites that had their hand in it. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Puffy could have been involved in setting up the hit? Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, man. You can't convince me. You can't convince me that shit. But like I said, this is all allegedly. These are my theories. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could either be the feds that has some do or maybe Tupac. He faked his death. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, escaped. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, those are my fucking conspiracies. But either way, this trial is definitely going to be probably one of the biggest trials in history. This is probably going to be bigger than O.J. Simpson. Like, we talking about 30 years of not only Tupac being dead, but like his murder being unsolved along with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like his murder being unsolved. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's been 30 years and nobody figured out who killed Tupac. I mean, I know why. I know. I mean, if you use your common sense, you know why they did. You know why they took forever to not. Yeah, yeah. But 30 years, my nigga. All this damn time. Y'all mean to tell me y'all, you know what I'm saying? But, this shit is definitely gonna be interesting. I think Suge Knight is supposed to be testifying to or called as a witness, considering he was the only person that was literally in the car when Tupac got shot. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. This is gonna be bigger than O.J. Simpson. It's probably gonna be the biggest trial in human history. So y'all let me know what y'all think.